To my fellow weeps, welcome back to a new video today. Today we got a new video today. I will be ranking my top 10 harem out of the last like 15 years. Out of all the harem that have come out, romance and harem anime, I think these are the best ones in my opinion. And I get started off with it. It's a pretty basic one, but I think it's number 10 is better than a lot of other ones out there. It's called Infinite Stratos. It's about a guy who basically gets sent to a school, an all girls school, where he basically is the only guy there, and he has to pilot these robots. And then you find out later in the series that these other robots that he's fighting against are also humanoid robots, and they're aliens that they're fighting against from another planet. And basically, that's what the story is about, pretty much. But then it's got harem elements and romance elements and edgy elements. So like, not a whole lot of edgy, just like basic stuff. But the harem is pretty good. And number nine, we have a testament of Sister Double. Oh yeah, we got a good ass cultured one here. Is for my fellow weebs, cultured weebs out there who really like cultured harem anime. It's about this guy Basra whose father takes in the Demon King's daughter and daughters, Mio and the succubus and basically he has to defend them and basically take care of them because other demons are coming to take me away because they want her to take over the Demon King spot since the Demon King got killed, but she doesn't want to do it and she wants to live a normal life. And basically, the harem begins between him and Basra and Mio. Yeah, but they're basically his step siblings. But yeah, but yeah, so that's what that about. And so it's a pretty good one. It's got lots of edgy elements. I'd say it's borderline hentai elements if you guys like some edgy stuff. Very edgy in this anime. You guys will like that a lot. Next, we got Tula Ru. Tula Ru is number 7 on this list. I mean, number 8. And it's about a guy who um who meets Lala. I forgot the main character's name, but he meets the alien Lala from another planet, and he accidentally gets engaged to her, and basically she's a human alien that looks human, but she's got a tail and got ears and everything. But basically, I mean horns, whatever you want to call them. But basically, her father wants to destroy Earth, and the engagement between the two of them is the only thing keeping Earth safe. So basically, and he doesn't want to marry her because he's in love with a different girl. But basically, that's what happens. So yeah. But then eventually, I'm not gonna spoil anything. But eventually, he falls in love with someone else later in the series. But yeah, you guys will have to go ahead and watch and find out what that's about. Next at number 7, we got High School DxD. Now my top 6 are really good ones, so stay tuned for those. The list has been like okay so far. I think they're the top ones in my opinion, but a lot of people are gonna have different opinions. But the numbers 7 spot, I think a lot of people rate 7 ahead of higher than these, but I think the number 7 is High School DxD. High School DxD is known to be a very well known here ecchi anime that's very well known, but I think that these ones above it are better than it, in my opinion, a lot better. Well, basically, High School DxD is about a guy named Issei Fudo, um, who basically gets killed fallen angels and basically wants to kill him because he's got the boosted armor that the devils kind of eventually have. And basically, he gets revived by Rhea Scrummy, a devil, and a really hot devil in my opinion. But basically, she takes him in, and then there's a ongoing war between heaven and hell. Basically, the devils fight each other, but they're not like actual evil devils. They're like normal devils, but whatever that means. So basically, that's how his harem begins. He basically gets all harem waifus, and he's a big like pervert and out to nudity and all that stuff. So you guys like that as well. I can't play H. So I can't play H is like the same concept as High School DxD, with the guys who's basically a pervert as well again in this one, but basically he gets powers. He's fated to die the one day after the day like he has one day left to live, and he meets this Grim Reaper girl, that basically protects him from dying after that, and basically she's her powers keep him from dying from the demons that want to kill him, and basically but her power runs out, so basically when he in order to recharge her power he has to do perverted things to her. So yeah, that's how the anime goes. Yeah, pretty much. Now, a lot of these top like five were pretty ecchi ones, but now I got some really good harem romance ones. Those were all romance and harem based, but a lot of them have ecchi elements. The ones going forward don't have a lot of ecchi either. They have somewhat ecchi, but no nudity. The other ones I said had nudity. At number four, we have quintuple quintuplets. A lot of people like this one a lot, consider it very good. I think the top three I have are better than this one. The top four we're at right now. Quintessential Quintuplets is about this guy who has to become a tutor of these five quintuplets, and basically he becomes a tutor to them. And at first they don't want to learn everything, and then they eventually all of them eventually fall in love with him. But you don't find out who he chooses until the end of the last movie. I think there's like three seasons in the movie. So it's a pretty long ongoing series. But yeah, if you guys like romance and hero anime aspects with school life and all that, you guys will like this one. It's one of the best ones in my opinion. And number four, we have Trinity Seven. Trinity Seven is about a guy who is fated to become the Demon Lord and destroy all of the human race. And basically, there's and then basically the wizards, the demon school wizard, the demon academy is basically where he goes, and they protect him. But then we got another academy that basically his sister gets sent to. Well, some say it calls his sister more like someone very close to him. That's like a sister got sent to that school and basically into another dimension, and basically they want to kill him. So basically, you got two sides fighting but they want to protect the Demon King, and Demon King wants to, but he doesn't want to destroy the world. He just wants to control his Demon King power. But it ends up happening where he ends up losing control and all that. But then he gains control, and it's a whole big mess. You gotta watch it, and then the manga is really good. The manga is continuing on after the anime. So if you want an anime after the manga, there's two seasons of Trinity Seven and a movie. If you want a continuation of the manga, there's that option afterwards, and it's still ongoing today. I think it's like a monthly series or it might be a bi-weekly series. Season, and boy, is the final season good. Final season about this guy, uh, who basically has to date spirits and see other powers. So basically, he goes on dates with spirits and kisses them to seal their powers. But then there's another organization that he wants to save the spirits and have seal their power. But then there's another organization that wants to kill him and basically use the spirits' power for evil means and destroy the world. So basically, we got two sides fighting for spirits, and eventually, all the spirits become part of his harem. And basically, that's how the series goes. And number one, we have one that reigns supreme all above all of them. I think it's the best harem anime in my opinion, and romance harem anime in my opinion. It's called Shuffle. Shuffle is an old one, but I still think it reigns supreme above all of the other romance and harem anime that have come before it. Basically, Shuffle's about this guy Rin Tsuchimi, who can become leader of the realm of the gods or the realm of demons by either marrying either princesses, and eventually those princesses fall in love with, are already in love with him, and they enroll in his school because they met him when they were kids, but he doesn't remember that. And basically, there's him and those princesses. Then you add a cute few girls to his harem, and basically the story begins. All the characters in Shuffle are very interesting. Like they have their own personalities, their own backstory, which is why I think it's one of my favorite harem of all time, is because of how interesting the characters were. Like it's really good at and all the backstories and everything. And then and then it turn around and he chooses someone that is basically to outside of his harem that he was in love with. So basically, yeah, so that's how, and it just like turns a whole 180, and it's amazing how he didn't choose like the specific the predictable path, and it was really good. And basically, that goes how from there, and then basically you got some magic elements and some elves in this. So I mean demons and gods, but they look like elves. But yeah, that's basically what the Romans is about, and I think Shuffle just tops it all because of the how interesting the characters were and how good the story was. It doesn't follow the usual trope that harem romance follow, basic nowadays. It's its own distinct nature. It's like for the story and everything, and I think it's really good. So I think anyone who hasn't who's seen all the hero romance anime on this list, because I know they're all common, should check out Shuffle. It's an oldie, so I don't think it's talked about as much nowadays. So I think anyone who hasn't seen it should go ahead and watch it. Well, my fellow leaves, that's my video for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out, my fellow leaves. See you all on the next one. Bye.